Good evening. Welcome back to the Howard Report. So, today has been an interesting day. So, basically, there were some leaks, then some full reveals, and some interesting new figurines that a lot of us are likely going to get. Unless the people who really are into a lot of Funko Pop stuff get to them first. And I know that this is going to be us, my friends, who get to them first. So, let's see. Today was a very big kind of rules change. Well, not a rules change, kind of like a new beta rule was introduced. So the beta rule is called Bolter Discipline. And I think this is going to be a very big change for a lot of people. Now, let's see, let's see how you think about this. Alright. The rule says, all Adeptus Astartes and Heretic Astartes gain this ability. Instead of following the normal rules of rapid-fire weapons, rapid-fire bolt weapons used by models with this ability may double the number of attacks if any of the following apply. Now, the firing model's target it only applies when the firing model's target is within half the weapon's maximum range, which is the regular rapid fire. The firing model remains stationary during its previous movement phase. And the firing model is a Terminator, Biker, Centurion, or Vehicle. For the purposes of this ability, a rapid-fire bolt weapon is any weapon with the rapid-fire type whose profile includes the word bolt. Ergo, bolt gun, bolt rifle, storm bolter, combi bolter, hurricane bolter, inferno bolt gun, and etc. This also applies when firing the bolt gun profile of combi weapons, including the bolt weapon profile of relics such as Blood Song and the Lion's Wrath, and when firing relics that replace a rapid-fire bolt weapon, so long as the relic is also a rapid-fire weapon. Ergo, Primarch's Wrath, Fury of Deimos, etc. The Gauntlets of Ultramar and the Talon of Horus are also rapid-fire bolt weapons, as is the Guardian Spear used by the Deathwatch Watchmasters. Now earlier this morning I got pretty confused about how this was, what this was meaning. So, but because they didn't really explain what this was. So, and people thought that if you're firing, it means if you're firing a standard bolt gun, then at rapid fire you're firing 4 shots for a rapid fire 1. And I was like, no. It's like, no, it's not. I was saying that no. It's what I was saying. I was just keep thinking, it doesn't make sense. Why would it quadruple shot? Why would it be a quadruple shot? Meaning that a single hurricane bolter could fire 24 shots, and when it's moving. So that makes little to no sense. So after going through the posts after going through some of the replies that Warhammer 40,000 did on on the post itself for the beta rules, I was pretty surprised. When I wasn't really surprised, but it's like, now it makes sense. So here's what it's. So let me lay it out for you all. When a model has a bolt gun, which is rapid fire, when its profile says rapid fire 1, if that model is within this, like if an enemy model comes at it and is within less than 12 is within 12 inches of the bolt gun, then that bolt gun can fire 2 shots, which is rapid fire. Now, if say the firing model, so it's like if the firing model doesn't move in the previous turn, then they can fire they can fire 2 shots at a full 24-inch range. That's pretty cool. And with the third part, Terminators, Bikers, Centurions, and Vehicles. That means that if you're basically, they get rapid fire no matter what. So an entire Terminator squad with bolt guns can fire 4 shots. Can fire 4 shots at 24-inch range. And Bikers twin-linked bolt guns. They can fire 2 shots. They fire 4 shots per. Vehicles, so Hurricane. So basically, at 24 inches, a Land Raider Crusaders Hurricane Bolters can fire 12 shots per sponson at 24 inches. That's an amazing ability right there, and I think it really kind of gives you like, okay, there's some value to small squads, like small 5-man squads. It actually sets up a pretty decent defensive area. Like if you're playing objectives and you have a couple of squads there, that it would actually make a pretty decent way. Like, okay, we're set up in these ruins, and we haven't moved in a while. So meaning that we can actually fire at a lot easier. Where our focus is like, where we hold this position so we can fire tactically. So I think it's a very good boost to vehicles and troops, especially troops, because you're seeing a lot of things like a lot of like Grey Hunters or standard tactical squads are not being seen on the board because a lot of intercessors are replacing them. And I think it's a good idea. I think it's a very, very good idea that they're trying to make bolters a lot stronger. Well, not stronger, but a little more effective. There's a lot more strategy placed into it. And also think about this: drop pods are now a little better because a drop pod is a vehicle and it can fire rapid fire, meaning that they can fire 4 shots the moment they come down. They can fire 4 shots the moment they come down at rapid, and if you have multiple of these, they can help secure a position. So I find this is going to be a very interesting dynamic. This is going to be pretty cool. So it's like, and the way I see it is, I think it's drop pod comes down, the unit disembarks 3 inches from the hull. Has to be more than 9 inches away from an enemy unit. So the Hurricane Bolter can fire 4 shots. At the opponent, while the Grey Hunters can fire 24 inches. No, it can fire at 12 inches. So it's going to be. So I think this is a very good way that we can all learn from this, and it makes the Space Marines a little more lethal. And I originally thought, okay, if this is how it's going to affect, then how is it going to affect? And it's like, how is it going to affect True Grit? And it turned, and the way I figured it, it's not going to affect True Grit. It's not going to affect True Grit, because originally some people thought that a single bolt gun is going to fire 4 shots, when really it's just going to be firing 2. So it's really not going to affect anything like that. So this is kind of the up. So this is what we've got. This is a beta rule discussion. So like, talk about it. This is going to be great. Have a good day.